friends, this is Carolyn Zook with C-Zook Stitch, and today we're going to do a flip through of the February 2020 issue of Just Cross Stitch. Look at that cover photo. That's actually the first, I think it's the first pattern in here. So Just Cross Stitch comes out every other month. So yeah, it's called Nordic Knitting, and it does look like a knit piece. It's designed by Kathleen Burlew. Look at this. It's stitched. It looks like knitting, but it's stitched. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's so pretty. I might have to do that. It is 87 high by 73 wide, so not too bad. And then I want to show you, the pattern is up here, but look what's in here. An ad for Garan Stitchery. Isn't that great? So congratulations to them for getting an ad at Just Cross Stitch. Next up we have, it's called Frosted Windows. And this one is black work. It's designed by Liz Almond of Blackwork Journey. So yeah, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Can you see the black work in there? And then there's also a little card. If you didn't want to do the whole piece, you can just make a card. So that is pretty. I love the colors. This next one is called Winter Stitching by Barbara Anna Designs. This is cute. And it just says winter. Can you see the snowflakes in there? And I love these little things hanging down like ornaments, your scissors and your thread, but then there's also little snowmen. And then her hat is a pincushion. Very cute. They have it finished. Well, I guess it's not finished necessarily in a hoop, but could be. So Winter Stitching, that's called. And that piece is, I'm looking for the count, 108 high by 118 wide. So there's quite a bit of stitching in that one. Oh my gosh, I have to stitch this. And Robin, if you're watching, I always think of Robin when we think of birds, because her channel name is Bird's Eye Stitches. This is called Lingering Chill. Look at that. It's just a beautiful, simple piece. It's designed by Perry A. Hadi of Stitchora. I'm not familiar with that designer. It's 78 high by 74 wide. It's gorgeous. There is some specialty, but that's okay. You can see these are, I assume, Algerian French knots. Doesn't really say. Snowflakes motifs. They're calling them straight stitches. They're not saying anything, but they look like, maybe they aren't Algerian. That's, I don't know. But anyway, it's beautiful. A little bit of back stitching to make the details of the bird. I just love that one. I'm going to have to stitch that at some point. All right, next up, this is so sweet. It's called Ski In. It is designed by Nancy Greenberg of Pickle Barrel Designs. And you have a little ski slope scene here with the pretty trees, the little deer, and then your ski lift? I don't ski, so that word escaped me. And look at the little snowflakes in the mountains. It's so cute. They have it made as a pillow. Yeah, it's a really cute pillow. It's hard to see because it's all white on white. But there's some white palms, and then it's a super fluffy pillow. This design is 95 high by 114 wide. This one is also on my list because I just love it. It's called Warm Glow of Home. And before I show it to you, it's designed by Sharon Pope. Isn't that just like the perfect, I want to live here. This is where I want to live. Oh my gosh, it just looks so cozy. It's a lot of stitching. This is this is all full coverage down here. It's not the top part. It's not full coverage, but I mean, you don't stitch this part. This is the fabric, but everything from down here is full coverage. But look at it. It's just so beautiful. This one is 138 high by 110 wide. There's a lot of colors. But it calls for DMC or Sullivan's. Oh, it's this little sweet piece. This is by Rana Nori. It's called Let It Snow. I love this. And you could change the hat and scarf to be any color you want. I like the pink though. I like it just as charted. I think it's really sweet. This is 74 high by 46 wide. This one is called Winter Snowflakes by Jane Chandler of Not So Plain Jane Designs. And so they put some snowflakes on a towel. You can make coasters for your hot chocolate. This is, so they give you the pattern for both the coasters and the hand towel. But really you could use it, you can make it for a card or a gift tag, anything you want. It's 31 high by 97 wide. I'm assuming that means this one. But they give you instructions. There is some quarter stitches and back stitching in there. But very pretty. A lot of uses for that. This one, so this is the first issue of the new year. And so each year they have a couple of stitch-alongs. So this one is called Where Flowers Bloom. It's designed by Christy Schmitz. And you can see it's kind of blurred out because we don't know. We will get the rest of the design later. But in this issue is this top kind of band. So this is a band sampler design in Sullivan's. So called for Sullivan's. There is no DMC conversion. They want you to use Sullivan's. Features a blooming array of colorful specialty stitches to learn and perfect. So part one, so what we have here, features open herringbone, closed herringbone, double herringbone, and four-sided stitches. So if you are wanting to learn some stitches, this could be a really good stitch along for you. In Sullivan's. Okay, and so that will continue throughout the year. There's an article on, a sampler sleuth. So they track down the sampler. This is the original. It's called On Youth from 1815. It's kind of hard to see. They read an article about it. I haven't read it yet, actually. But it's been recreated by Deborah Fasano of Historic Handworks. And it reads, On Youth. Fragrant the rose is, but it fades in time. The violet sweet, but quickly past the prime. White lilies hang their heads and soon decay, and whiter snow in minutes melts away. Such and so withering are early joys, which time or sickens speedily destroys. Well, that's a little depressing, but I love the stitch. I think it's a beautiful recreation of it. This one is, so the quote is from English poet John Dryden. And it's 186 stitches high by 189 wide. So that'll keep you busy for a while. Calls for ouvre-soi with DMC in conversion. So chart. Okay. Whoops. My page just came out. For some reason, that happens with this particular issue. I think my issue from last year also, the page came out. This is called My Eternal Love, and it's a Celtic-inspired stitch. And it is designed by Lee Fisher of Stitchy Fish Designs. It is 136 high by 137 wide. And it calls for DMC or Sullivan's. It's very pretty. This one is called With Love Set. This is designed by Gwendolyn Shepard. It's a sweet little, they made it in a little pillow that you can hang. It says Be Mine. These are really tiny. Be Mine, the Be Mine one is 29 high by 25 wide. The Love one is 20 high by 19 wide. So these are really quick, sweet little Valentine stitches you could do really quickly. It calls for aurifil, and it does not have any other conversions. But I think these are small enough that you could just pick whatever colors you have in your stash if you didn't want to use the aurifil. This next one is called Love Lives Here. It is designed by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. Needle Arts. Love Live Here's. It's like a very simple design. I can't think of the style. It doesn't say, but it's a certain style and I can't think of it right now. But Love Lives Here. It's very sweet. It calls for Presentia, and there is a DMC conversion. I'm not sure if I'm saying, I'm not familiar with the Presentia. Okay, these next ones, this is designed by Erin Houston of Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's called Lovely Gnomes. And they're little gnomes holding love. Now, personally, gnomes terrify me. I'm not sure why, but I find them very scary. So I will not be stitching this, but if you like gnomes, and I know a lot of you do, this is a super cute piece. And I like how they have it finished, hanging. So, very cute. Very, very cute. It's just a thing with gnomes. This one is 63 high by 110 wide. So this one is called ABCs of Love. And this is like a traditional sampler, tiny sampler. It's designed by Cassandra Kavlaka Conforti of Fairy Wool in the Wood. I am sorry, I probably completely butchered your name. It is 38 high by 73 wide, and it's a little alphabet sampler. But when you get to L, you write out love. So it's really sweet. They made it into a pin cushion. And it calls for DMC, but there's a Sullivan's conversion. This one is called Coffee House Love Collection. And it's designed by Franny Ritter Designs, and there are 4 of them. So let me show you these 2 first. Love You a Latte. Love You This Matcha. Get it? And then the other 2, You Are Terrific. So if you don't drink coffee, but tea, and then Stud Muffin. So cute. So you could do all 4, you could do 1 of them, you could do 2 of them. Let's see if they, do they tell, okay, so Love You a Latte is 78 high by 50 wide. They're all about the same. This matcha one is 79 high by 52 wide. Stud Muffin is 80 high by 50 wide, and the tea one is 81 high by 53 wide. So they're all about the same size. Calls for DMC. Okay, this next one is called My Love. This is really sweet. It's just a very simple cross-stitch design by Anna Chinodo of Stitching in the Rain. It's 40 stitches high by 33 wide. And it's just a heart that spells out love. I think, doesn't it? L-O-V-E. Yeah, do you see that? Like, I see it. L-O-V-E. Right? I think it's cute. Very cute. Very nice little small. Lots of nice little smalls in this one. Oh gosh, this one is so pretty. Robin, you're going to want to stitch this one too. This is another Autumn Lane stitchery. This is called Lovebirds. I think I'm going to put this on my list to stitch. I think it's so sweet. And it's 109 high by 109 wide. They stitched it on a 28 count Cabernet cashel linen from Picture This Plus and 2 skeins of Blanc. And they're saying 1 skein of 3803, which is like a mauve, a dark mauve color. And I don't know where in here they would have used that. Oh, it's for some of the back stitching. Okay, yeah. So that mauve color that they're calling for that isn't the Blanc is some of the back stitching in the leaves there. Yeah, so this is beautiful. I'm gonna have to do this. And this is really a great way to showpiece, you know, a beautiful piece of fabric you have in your stash, or to get this one, but I think that's really sweet. Okay. Oh, they continued some projects. Oh, that was the last one, I think. Yeah, that was the last one. Okay. I was a little confused because the magazine still felt thick to me, but it's because I had put the pages back. But they have the My Eternal Love piece is continued on here. This is an alphabet, so you can change the lettering to be whatever you want it. And that is what we have. So that is the February 2020 issue of Just Cross Stitch. I hope you enjoyed that and found some patterns and charts that you might want to stitch. I will see you next time. Bye.